Hey guys, today we'll be taking a look at September 2022's residential data for Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm sorry I'm late to the party. This report was actually done October 11th, and so we're a couple days late. But there's good news on that because I actually got under contract for another industrial property. So, if you would like to passively invest, and this one is really good cash flow, if you would like to passively invest, check out my newsletter. There's going to be some details that are going to be coming out. So, details are linked below, and you can sign up, receive a free gift, and also potentially invest alongside of me in this really great deal. First, we kind of see closed listings right here. We got 1661 in 2021, now drops down almost 19% to 1340. Pending listings 1500 to 1200, that is really, really low. That is almost 21% lower. And the new listings 1684 to 1516, which is 10% lower. Average list price was 269. Now it jumps back up to 298, 10% increase. And then average sale price 268, so a little bit lower. That goes to 293. 99.84 to 98.81. So there's a little small drop there. And then average days on market, this one jumped up significantly. 16 days on market last year to 20 days on market, 20.52 days, which is 25%, which is humongous. End of month inventory, 4,283, dropped, is still very, very low to 2,543. End of month supply is 2.9, almost 3, and now it's 1.81. Go. All right, cool. So now what I like to do is I like to go to 3 months prior. So, or the rolling 3 months, July, August, and September. So first we'll look at closed listings, 1367, 1481, and then 1340. So September is almost looking like July. Let me change this. This is pretty thick. Is almost looking like July, which is kind of profound because usually in the summer months, that's when a lot of people are moving. Pending listings 1500, 1400, 1200. So that significantly dropped lower and lower. And I think that's based on a lot of different factors. But if we're to progress out, 1500 turned to 1400, 1400 turned into 13, we should probably only have maybe 1100 closed in this next coming month, which is extremely low. Then we have new listings at 1800, 1700 and 1500, so it's dropped significantly. So even though we've had closed listings drop, same thing with the new listings. Average list price 284, 300, which was pretty huge, and then 298, so not that much difference on the droppage. 285, 296, and 293. But this is an ongoing trend. We're going from 100.42 to 99.65 down to 98.81. And then the days on market is 13 to 15 to now 20, which is pretty dramatic. But what's happening still, though, is the end of month's inventory and the month's supply of inventory is about saying the same. 2400, 2422, 2483, and then 2543. So not that much change there. So just to recap, there's some really interesting data that shows in the residential market in this month, the lagging data. I'm projecting out in October, which we're about halfway through now, that there's only going to be 1,100 closings, and there might even be lower pendings just because we are going into this colder season. Another factor is that even though we have less closings, there's still less new to market. And so with the supply demand, as it does shrink, there's still less supply on the market. There's only 1.81 months supply, which is about 2,500 homes. Comparing a 3 rolling average, it has bumped up significantly. I believe at the lowest it was 1,200 homes available, but now it's jumped up to almost double that. Another thing is that it is potentially shifting to a buyer's market. We see that the previous, if you look at my previous reports, the average list price to sale price was over 100%. It was like 101 or 102%, had dropped steadily to 100%, 99, 98. So if I was a buyer in this market, yeah, I would be aggressively asking for some discounts, maybe a couple points off, plus then some closing cost to be added onto that. It looks a little bit healthier now, but the average list price and the average median price is still staying close to that 300 mark. I saw last month that shocked me. It dropped almost to 284 or 285, which was pretty shocking to me. Just because the highest was like 305 or 307 or something like that. Now it's kind of equilibrium closer to 300, and we can probably see that steadily drop. All this data is really, really interesting. And yeah, it's kind of foreshadowing, especially going into these winter months where a lot of our inventory is squeezed. And once again, the transactions are squeezed down too. With the higher interest rates, I foresee that things are going to slow down like they already have, shown that they have. If you like these updates, please consider subscribing. I'm going to be doing this every month. And then also on a quarterly or half a year basis, we'll be looking into some of the commercial aspects, commercial properties. If you haven't already, linked below is going to be the playlist for which is the best commercial asset class in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I go through all 4 of the major food groups. Also, like I mentioned before, if you're interested in passively investing, subscribe to my newsletter. There's actually going to be a newsletter going out to just those exclusive people for the deal that I just got under contract a couple weeks ago. So please consider subscribing to the newsletter and to this YouTube channel. Thank you so much.